Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, so today I want to explain about my teamwork. There are three topics. First topic is vocabulary, the second topic is video question, and third topic or the last topic is example 7, 8, 9, and 10 from chapter 2. Before that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Nisrina and I'm from group 8. So let's start from the first topic. So in first topic, there are algebra, or in bahasa is aljabar. Algebraic expression are mathematical statements that use variables or contains combined with mathematical operation such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And the example like this, there are x, y, z. And second vocabulary is coefficient, or in bahasa is coefficient. A coefficient is a numerical factor that is multiplied by a variable in an algebraic expression. You have x squared plus 2x plus 4, and the coefficient is x. And the third vocabulary is function, or in bahasa is fungsi. A function is a relationship between a set of inputs and a set of possible outputs with the property that each input is related to exactly one output. The example like there are two parts. The first part is domain, or in bahasa is daerah asal, and the second part is kodamain, or in bahasa is daerah hasil. So we next to fourth vocabulary is greater than, or in bahasa is lebih besar dari. The greater than sign is a mathematical symbol that denotes an inequality between two values. Example like 1 greater than minus 1, because the value of 1 is greater than minus 1. So we next to fifth vocabulary is greater than or equal to, or in bahasa is lebih besar dari atau sama dengan. The greater than or equal to sign is a mathematical symbol that denotes an inequality between two values. The example like 1 greater than or equal to 2. And sixth vocabulary is less than, or in bahasa is kurang dari. The less than sign is a symbol that denotes an inequality between two values. The example like minus 1 less than 0. Seventh vocabulary is term, or in bahasa is istilah. The term could you please is a polite parse used to make a request or ask for information in a professional or formal setting. So in next to 8 vocabulary is factorization, or in bahasa is faktorisasi. Factorization is a mathematical process of breaking down a number or another mathematical object into a product of several factors, usually smaller or simpler objects of the same kind. The example like the factorization of x plus 1 squared is x squared plus 2x plus 2. In ninth vocabulary is digit, or in bahasa is angka. A number is a mathematical object used to count, measure, and label. And the 10th vocabulary is number, or in bahasa is nomor, or bilangan. A number is a mathematical object used to count, measure, and label. So we next the video question. So the question is solving a more complicated equation. From the first question is 3x plus 5 is 17. So minus both sides of this equation with 5. So 3x plus 5 minus 5 is 17 minus 5. And 5 minus 5 is 0. So 3x plus 0 is 3x. And 17 minus 5 is 12. And dividing both sides with 3. So 3x divided by 3 is x. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. So the value of x is 4. And the second equation is 7x minus 2 is negative 10. So plus at both sides of this equation with 2. So we have 7x minus 2 plus 2 is negative 10 plus 2. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So we have 7x equals to negative 8 because negative 10 plus 2 is negative 8. And dividing both sides with 10, and we have 7x divided by 7 equals to negative 8 divided by 7. 7x divided by 7 is x, and negative 8 divided by 7 is negative 1, and 1 per 7. So in next to the last topic is example. Example 7 is the question. Allison and Rachel were competing in a race. Allison had a 10-minute head start and was running at 3 kilometers per hour. Rachel ran at 5 kilometers per hour. In how many minutes did Rachel catch up with Allison? The solution is, because we are asked to find Rachel time, so we will represent it by t. The t must inform of an hour. Allison had a 10 minutes head start from Rachel. So 10 per 60 is 1 per 6. So t is Rachel time, and t plus 1 per 6 is Allison time. Allison is running at 3 km per hour is 3. Rachel is running at 5 km per hour is 5. And using the formula of distance is rate plus time. So we have 3 times t plus 1 per 6 is 5t. 3 times t is 3t, and 3 times 1 per 6 is 1 per 2. So we have 3t plus 1 per 2 is 5t. And minus both sides with 3t. So 3t minus 3t plus 1 per 2 is 1 per 2. And 5t minus 3t. So 1 per 2 is 2t. And divided both sides with 2. 1 per 2 divided by 2. And 2t divided by 2. And 1 per 2 divided by 2 is 1 per 4. And 2t divided by 2 is t. So the value of t is 1 per 4. So 1 per 4 times 1 hour is 1 per 4 times 60 minutes. So Rachel needs 15 minutes to catch up with Allison. So we need to example 8. If Joe can paint 5 rooms in 8 hours and Samantha can paint 3 rooms in 6 hours, how long will it take them to paint 7 rooms working together? And the solution, if Joe rate of work is 5 per 8 room per hour and Samantha rate 3 per 6 room per hour, and 3 per 6 is 1 per 2. So Samantha rate 3 per 6 is 1 per 2 room per hour. T is the time they need to finish their job. And the total number of rooms they need to paint is Joe rate of work plus Samantha rate of work. So the total number of rooms they need to paint is 7. And Joe rate of work is 5 per 8t. And Samantha rate of work is 1 per 2t. So 7 equals to 5 per 8t plus 1 per 2t. 1 per 2t, we can write 4 per 8t. So 7 equals to 5 per 8t plus 4 plus 8t. And 7 is 9 per 8t. So we times both sides with 8. So we have 7 times 8 and 9 per 8t times t is 90. So 7 times 8 is 56. And we divided both sides with 9. So 56 times 9 is t, because 90 divided by t equals to t. So the value of t is 56 per 9. Or we can write the t value is 6 and 2 per 9 hour. So Joe and Samantha need 6 and 2 per 9 hour to paint 7 rooms. Next to example 9. The question is, it takes Suzanne 10 hours longer. So we next to example 9. The question is, it takes Suzanne 10 hours longer than Lori to take their store inventory. If it takes 3 and 3 per 4 hours from them to do the job together, how long would it take Suzanne to do the job together? How long would it take Suzanne to do it alone? So the solution is, because Suzanne takes 10 more hours to take the job done, then Lauren time will represent by T. That makes Suzanne time be represented by T plus 10. So Lauren time we symbolize with T, and Suzanne time is T plus 10. Because they only have one job to do, their rate of work would be Laurie is 1 per T and Suzanne is 1 per T plus 10. And 1 is amount done by Suzanne plus amount done by Laurie. Using the 3 and 3 per 4 is 15 per 4. So 1 is 15 per 4 times 1 per T plus 10 plus 1 per T, and divided both sides with 15 per 4. So 1 divided by 15 per 4, and 15 per 4 times 1 per T plus 10 plus 1 per T divided by 15 per 4. So we have 4 per 15 is 1 per T plus 10 plus 1 per T, and we times both sides with 15T times T plus 10. So we have 4 per 15 times 15T times T plus 10 equals to 15T times T plus 10 times 1 per T plus 10 plus 1 per T. So we multiplying both sides, and we have, so we factorization 15T times T plus 10 with 1 per T plus 10 plus 1 per T. So we have 1 per T plus 10 times 5T times T plus 10 plus 1 per T times 15T times T plus 10. So 4 per 15 times 15T times T plus 10 is 4T times T plus 10, because 4 per 15 times 15T is 4T. So we have 4T times T plus 10. So we have 4T times T plus 10 equals to 15T plus 15 times T plus 10. And 4T times T is 4T squared. And 4T times 10 is 4T. So 4T times T plus 10 is 4T squared plus 40T. And 15T plus 15 times T plus 10 is 15T plus 15T plus 150. So we have 40 squared plus 40 is 30T plus 150. So we can switch the equation in right side to the left side. So we have 40 squared plus 40T minus 30T minus 150 equals to 0. So we have 40 squared plus 10T minus 150 is 0. And divided by 2 in this side. So we have 2T squared plus 5T minus 75 is 0. And we have factorization of this equation is 2T plus 50 and T minus 5 is 0. So 2T plus 15 is 0. And switch in left side to right side. So 2T is negative 15. and divided both sides with 2. So 2t divided by 2 is t, and negative 15 divided by 2 is negative 7.5. Or t minus 5 is 0. So switch in left side to the right side, and the number is positive. So t is 5. So the value of t is negative 7.5 or 5. Because the problem requires cycle time, we can reject the negative answer. So Lori will finish her job in 5 hours, while Susan will finish her job in 15 hours. Okay, so next to example 10, the question is, at the chocolate factory, John's job is to experiment with mixing different amounts of milk and chocolate to find different flavors. If the mix 2 quarts of type A, which contain 15% chocolate, with 1 quart of type B, which contain 10% chocolate, he creates type C. What percent of type C is chocolate? And the solution is amount of chocolate type is percent of chocolate times amount of the type. In type A we have 0.15 times 2 is 1.3 quarts of chocolate. And in type B we have 0.10 times 1 is 0.1 quarts of chocolate. Together in the mixture type C we have 0.4 quarts of chocolate. Since the mixture has exactly 3 quarts of liquid, we calculate the percentage that is chocolate. To do this, we rewrite the relationship as amount of chocolate divided by amount of type is percentage of chocolate. Since there are 0.1 plus 0.3 is 0.4 quarts. To do this, we rewrite the relationship as amount of chocolate divided by amount of type equals to percentage of chocolate. Since there are 0.1 plus 0.3 is 0.4 quart. The answer is easily found to be 0.4 divided by 3 is 0.1333 or 13.3%. So there are my presentation today. Explain about first topic, second topic, and third topic. And thank you very much, guys. And thank you for attention, guys. See you next week. Bye bye. I hope you enjoy my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe this channel. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.